Hello, YouTube. Casey here, or Inspire Change for You. And today is September 12th, 2014. And this is my 2-year surgiversary update video. Tomorrow actually is my official 2 years since my surgery, but I'm not going to be able to do this tomorrow, so I'm going to do it today. So 2 years has gone by extremely fast. It has been not exactly what I expected, but we'll get into all that. So, background on me, I was 330 pounds. September 30th, September 13th, 2012, I had lap band surgery. I had managed to lose 100 pounds exactly by my 1 year. So last year, a year ago, this time it was down 100 pounds. So I would have been 230 pounds then. And in the last year, it's been rough. It has been a hard year. Today I weighed, and I never take a picture of my scale, but I took a picture of it today because I figured it's worth remembering. But and it's backwards, of course. But if you can see, that's a 1 right there. It is followed by 99.4, but it is a 1. So I can say that at some point in my adult life, I stepped on the scale and saw 100 something, 199.4, which means that in total, I have lost 131 pounds. In 1 year, it has taken me 1 year to lose 31 additional pounds. So only about a third of the weight that I have lost in the first year. So it slowed down quite a bit. There's lots of reasons for that, other than just the fact that your body will start slowing down. If you watch me regularly, you know that I've had some health issues, and those things have caused me not to be able to exercise the way I was exercising before. In my first year, I was like at the gym 5 days a week, and I was running 3 miles a day, and I was at it hard. And I started having some issues with my blood pressure and my heart rate, and still no answers for those things. So I have not been able to exercise really since probably about February of this year. I think was when I pretty much stopped exercising. So it's been a while. Um, and so about February, I probably had lost about 25 pounds, I guess. And in this last week or so, I have managed to go from, I kind of averaged between 202 at my lowest to 205 at my highest. I kind of had that 3 pound range going since about February. And this last year, or this last week, I have managed to lose a few pounds, get under my lowest, and actually see 199. So that's exciting for me. What's made the difference? Honestly, the last couple of weeks I have started adding protein shakes. I just do one a day, but I do half in the morning and half at night because I'm on a lot of supplements and stuff to try to get my thyroid working properly. And my numbers are looking better for that. Oh, and I am cancer free. My biopsies came back, and I have no cancer, so that's good. Um, so probably I would imagine adding the protein and my thyroid hopefully starting to function a little bit better. I think is why I'm actually starting to see some weight loss, even though I'm not exercising. But if you're someone that knows me, you know that I never sit down. This will probably be the only time today that I'm sitting. So it's not, I may not be exercising, but I am an active person. Um, so yeah, that this is, I think that's I don't know. For some reason, I thought I'd have more to say about this, but I don't. I'll do a quick body shot. Nothing exciting for you guys here. Um, but this is what 199.4 pounds looks like on me. Honestly, I don't feel like it's changed much. I still have the same body shape. It's just gotten smaller. I still have my tire, my stomach, my arms. I have flabby arms, got flabby legs. Obviously, my face has changed quite a bit. But I'm just a smaller version of what I was when I was bigger and a healthier version. Um, so what is, 130 some pounds? What's life like when you're like this? Well, I have more self-confidence, even though I would wish that I didn't have my belly. Um, I have more confidence. I feel not like the giant fat person in the room when you go into places. I still have to remind myself because in my head I'm still 330 pounds. Um, so when I start getting really nervous and start having negative thoughts about what are people going to think or whatever, I have to remind myself that I'm not that person anymore. I am more active. I'm able to do things. I was always active, but I'm able to do things that I have not been able to do. Last year when I was on vacation, I told you guys that I went parasailing. That was exciting. Last week for my husband and I's 14th year anniversary, I went zip lining. That was exciting. Not only did I go zip lining, but I didn't feel like I was smaller than my husband, but I was the biggest of the women there. But I didn't feel like people were looking at me like, oh, why is this fat lady gonna try to zip line, So that was exciting. And tomorrow, on my 2-year anniversary, I will be in Sandusky, Ohio at Cedar Point. And I'm going to be going on rides, roller coaster rides with my kids. And that's something that I've never, ever been able to do. So life is definitely different. I, Shopping wise, what size am I? Pants 14, tops 16, kind of depends. I did go yesterday and bought a few shirts, and I started off in the normal size, the women, just normal size women's section, and I was picking up the extra larges. And I kept looking at them thinking, oh, these probably aren't going to fit me. And so then I went over to the plus section and I picked out a few shirts that were 1X. And it was nice to see that nothing in the plus size, the smallest of the plus size, does not fit me, at least where I was yesterday. And the biggest of the normal size fits me. So it would be nice to be down a little bit over on that end. But it's nice to know that if I went on vacation and my luggage got lost, I could find clothes. Before, I was always like, if I'll have to wear men's clothes because women's clothes don't fit me. Probably can't even fit most men's clothes. So that's just, that's a great thing. And that's, can't trade that. That's good. So that's where I am. That's my update. Like I said, health wise, I still have the blood pressure problem, which maybe as my thyroid starts functioning and my adrenal glands start functioning a little bit better, maybe that will resolve itself. I need to start doing something because I miss that, and I have been extremely busy. But I miss taking that time for myself to go and so if I can't run, then I'll go walk. I guess I need to start doing something, and of course now it's getting to be cold outside. But I think I need to try implementing that back again. So that's where I am. That's me at 2 years. Um, Wonderland. I thought, oh man, when I hit Wonderland, I'm gonna do this Wonderland dance, and as exciting as what I am for all the good news that I have with my weight and being 199 and not having cancer, um, with the good comes the bad, and my 3 year old who's made his debut in a couple of my videos. You've probably seen him, Chase. He was last week. He was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome, um, which was kind of out of the blue for us. What was a couple of strange faces that we saw, like occasionally, just like a kid making a face. They do weird stuff with their face. You see it occasionally. Just kind of took off and started spiraling out of control a few weeks ago. And I, did some research and found out that they're ticks. They're mobile ticks, I guess is what they call them. And then, and there's some of them are, the faces that he'd make before, but some of them are pretty scary, where his eyes roll up in his head, which is scary when he's, walking down the stairs and stuff, because he can't control them, he can't stop them. So, it's scary when it happens, and it's scary to see that, making a funny face is one thing, but when someone looks like they're almost having a seizure, that's scary looking. And so we went to the doctors, and she diagnosed him as having Tourette's. Since then, he's started some vocal tics as well. So it just seems like it's kind of went from nothing to bam, he has Tourette's, and it's getting, some days don't seem so bad, and other days seem like he's picking up new things. And so it's very scary. And there is no real treatment for Tourette's. There's no cure for it. And there's no telling how they will progress as he gets older. They do say that typically they peak around teenage years, and then from there, either they stop progressing, sometimes they will almost completely go away, and sometimes they'll get worse. And so people that think of Tourette's, I think typically we think of the adults that we know that have Tourette's, people yelling out cuss words or jerking their bodies, hitting themselves. It takes so many different forms, and everyone's different. So kind of the unknown is really scary for us at this point. And so with that being said, I can't say that I necessarily feel like doing a Wonderland dance. When I weighed myself and I took my picture this morning and I sent it off to a friend of mine who has been kind of my accountability partner through this whole thing, and I sent her my picture, and then I kind of put it out of my mind because my mind is focused on Chase and what's been going on with him. And my husband came in and he's seen it, and he's like, "You didn't even tell me," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, 199 today." Like, so. Anyways, enough boohooing. That's where I am. Sorry you guys don't get a dance from me. Feel free to celebrate my 199 though for me. So until more news happens or I come up with something really interesting, I guess everybody take care.